Alright people, I'm just going to make this quick response video. I think this is out of date, but Glebs, if you want me to do it, fine, I'll do it. And this is a response to a person who wants to censor, or rather art. I'll get to the bit I was about to say. He wants to censor art, specifically video games. Games like Hatred, which is what this video is about, because he wants to appease the social justice warriors and the right-wing moral crusaders, because he wants to appease them. He wants to do the Neville Chamberlain. He wants to stop any conflict, so he wants us to stop making video games like Hatred, where the sole objective is to commit violence. Well, you all know my opinion on this subject, so let's get down to it.
Hey guys, Matt here at Employed Game Review. I want to talk tonight about this game called Hatred. I know you guys have heard of it, so let's get down to it. Okay, Hatred. It's a game that is it's pure filth. I'll say it right off the bat. If you know anything about it, it's a game that you just fucking fulfill sadistic fantasies that some of you might actually have.
And here we go. This is the first problem. Immediately, it's his own opinion on the game. That's fine. You can have your opinion, but your opinion does not mean that the game itself is filth. The game is filth to you. That does not make the game filth overall. And secondly, it does not act out people's fantasies. It is a fantasy in the sense that it is not real. It does not exist. It is a game simulating someone going out and killing people, which, when you actually look at it, when you actually play the game, it's really not that bad. It's actually not as bad as other games that I've seen. I've gone through far worse killing sprees in GTA and Postal 2 than I have ever seen in Hatred. And what would you rather have? Would you rather have people actually getting a gun, a real gun, and acting out their fantasies on real people, or would you rather see them playing it on a video game and then thinking, okay, that's it, my urge to kill is pretty much done? Because I'm not saying that correlation equals causation, but since the rise on popularity of video games, violence itself has been going down. Now, again, I iterate that video games rising with the decrease of violence does not mean it's the video games. But it would not surprise me if these killers are spending more time playing COD and Hatred than they are going to Columbine and shooting kids. But, it's apparently the game's fault, not the underlying societal causes, I mean, Elliot Rodgers, he just played GTA and then he shot a load of people. That's what you seem to be insinuating here.
You basically play this guy who's mad at the world, just goes out and murders people for no fucking reason whatsoever.
And here is a misrepresentation of the game, bordering on a lie. There is a reason why he goes out and kills people. He goes out to kill people because he hates humanity. That's why it's called Hatred. He's sick and tired of humanity's existence, so he goes out on a genocidal crusade. That's why he's called the Crusader, to kill humanity. He's insane. There are people like this. There are misanthropes who are crazy and would like to kill everyone on the planet because they're sick and tired of human existence. That may be a bullshit reason to kill people, but it is a reason nonetheless.
Now, let me say, I do not support this game at all.
You called it filth. We can kind of guess that you do not support the game. So what if you don't support it? You don't have to keep telling us that.
Okay, I will not be buying it. I will not be playing it. I don't have to play it to know what it's about.
You're a reviewer, right? That's what it said in your sequence. So I guess you, of all people, would know that. I think you would definitely need to play a game in order to know what it's truly about. Trailers lie. Trailers only tell you barely anything about the game. It barely tells you anything about the plot. Barely tells you anything about the gameplay. I mean, as we all know, the game was not that much of a controversy when it hit. It was more of a controversy when it was in development and pre-release cycle, where people were seeing the kill animations, when really the actual game itself is pretty much a straightforward indie game with a bit more of polish to it. I mean, Jim Sterling called it a boring game, and that even though he was a bit like you, criticising the tone, everyone else just thought, you know what, this is overrated. It's decent. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. You are clearly a gamer. You know that there are more violent games than this out there. Manhunt is far more violent than this. GTA is far more violent than this. Hell, even Call of Duty is more violent than this. You kill far more people, but because they're soldiers and they're the enemy, you know, they're either Nazis or fucking, I don't know, Arab terrorists, it's okay. But, you know, as soon as we start killing innocents, ooh, God, controversial. I mean, I know Postal 2 had its fair share of controversy at the start, but nobody cares about that anymore. It's old. It's like when another game who actually rips it off, right, comes along. Whoa, shit, this is controversial, this is horrible, this is filth. Give over, man. You're just appeasing the social justice crowd.
Pretty damn certain I know what it's about. I've seen enough publicity about it. I've heard enough about the people that have got some inside knowledge on it firsthand, too. With that said...
So you don't know what it's actually about. Stop lying. Come on. Inside info? Well, come on. Tell us what this inside information is. Come on. If you're so well connected, why not share it to your viewers? You're a small channel, but you've got more subscribers than me. Come on. Surely.
Should they be allowed to make the game? Absolutely. I am 100% absolutely on their side with they should be able to make this game. Okay? Now, should this game be able to hit the market? That's a whole other subject.
Don't contradict yourself there. You said, do they have the right to make it? Yes. Do they have the right to sell it? Of course they do. If they can make it, they can sell it. So, what are you trying to say? I don't want to censor them, but I'm going to censor them anyway. Is that what you're saying? What the hell? That is some big fucking cognitive dissonance going on there. I mean, come on, they should be allowed to sell it. There's an audience who wants it. Or rather, there's an audience that has been generated because of fools like you getting all triggered about it. I mean, it would never have been as big as it was if you and other social justice warriors didn't pile on it, giving them the publicity that they knew they were going to get. They knew this game was going to trigger you. They knew this was going to get all of you hyped up, be it negatively or positively, because they know that these games anger you. You don't like them. Violence is a bad thing in games to you guys. So, you know, you played right into their hands. They sold it because, one, they can. Two, it's a free world and a free market, although that in itself deserves some inverted commas. And second, you have no right to tell them whether they can or cannot make it or sell it. You just can't. So don't come onto the internet with this bullshit cognition and tell me that they can't sell it, but they can make it. Fuck off.
A lot of people were mad because, you know, when it first tried to hit the Steam green light, it was taken down.
Yes, and for good reason. Because it's censorship. That's why.
And then Gabe Newell later told him to put it back up. But people were screaming, censorship, this is censorship, it's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of you people took the fucking bait. Okay, it's not censorship.
What are you talking about? Removing a game from being able to be released to an adult-going public. You know, this game is not for kids. This game is not going to be in the hands of kids, whether you like it or not. I mean, it will eventually reach their hands, either through this irresponsible adults, or they lie about their age on their Steam accounts. Well, this is adults trying to buy this game, and you're denying adults the right to buy this game, which is an adult game. How is it not censorship? How is removing this game from being sold before it's even come out not censorship? There's a reason why they put it back on. Because Gabe Newell damn well knew that it was censorship. There's loads of games that are worse than that on Steam. Yeah, they're still around, it's okay for them. But because hatred is hatred? Oh, it's not censorship. No. It's not censorship when we're doing it. Okay, just for you, because it's clear that you don't know what censorship is, I'm going to read it for you. And this is the quote from Wikipedia, and it says, "Censorship is the suppression of speech, public communication or other information which may be considered objectionable, harmful, sensitive, politically incorrect or inconvenient as determined by governments, media outlets, authorities or other groups of institutions, governments, private organisations and individuals may engage in censorship. And you're telling me that this is not censorship? Well done, mate. Well fucking done.
Steam's right to choose whether or not to have that available on their platform. Okay, the same as there will be Microsoft's and Sony's and Nintendo's and iOS and Google Play, anybody. Okay, it is up to them whether they want to put this filth on their platform.
Yes, it is their right, but that still doesn't mean that it isn't censorship. Okay, it's still censorship, whether you like it or not. You can twist it in any sort of way that you see fit, but the fact remains, it is still censorship because Steam viewed it as politically incorrect. They saw it as something that could cause them controversy if they sold it, and they initially removed it. Good Old Games did it too, but they're not getting half as much flack as Steam are. I think Good Old Games should have sold it. I think the best thing to do is just sell these things. You can buy fucking Screwdriver albums, and they're a fascist skinhead band, for fuck's sake. You can buy their music. Yet they're not. Yet apparently we have to censor fucking hatred, because apparently it's filth. That's why. Your reasoning is fucking stupid.
Is that censorship? No, it's not making them modify the game to put it on their device.
Again, look at the meaning that I just showed you from Wikipedia. That is censorship, whether you like it or not.
That's up to them if they want to do that. Okay, I understand they got an adults-only rating on the game, which it should get. But even so, the point of the game is you just go and murder people in the streets for no reason at all.
As I said before, there is a reason. You can go look it up on its Wikipedia page, even though if that may spoil the game for you. Or just, I don't know, watch a Let's Player. The man tells you exactly why he wants to kill all these people. Because he hates humanity. He's a misanthrope. That is a reason enough to kill someone, even if it's bullshit. This guy is trying to lie about the game. All he had to do was look at the press releases, and he would have known that the character hates humanity. So he wants to kill him. That's a reason.
Women begging for their lives while you chase them down with a shotgun. You shove it in their mouth and blow their fucking head off. That is just pure trash.
So GTA is pure trash because you can just go and kill a hooker after you just had sex with them, right? You do realise that hatred is no different to any other game like that. In Postal 2, you can do the exact same thing. How is that trash? It might not be your thing. That doesn't make it trash. You don't like killing women in video games, so fucking what? That doesn't make it trash. That doesn't make it worthy of being censored. That doesn't make it worthy of being banned. And yes, it has an adult rating for a fucking reason, and that means adults should be allowed to get this game. This game has been rated. That means it should be allowed to be sold. That is just ridiculous cognitive dissonance from you. And I know exactly what you were trying to pull there by saying, oh, killing women, begging for their lives. You kill a lot of men in that game too, but you know, you're a social justice warrior. So this means that in order to make the game look worse, you have to appeal to our natures, you know, say, oh, these women are getting killed. These women are not real. And so what if you kill women in it? So what? You kill as many men. That doesn't make the game any worse than it already is. You're trying to appeal to emotion and it's not working.
Okay, you shouldn't even want to play that. Okay?
Here we go. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be playing that game because it's abhorrent. It's horrible. It's disgusting. It should be censored for the good of your own moral well-being as a person. This thing will ruin you. This will turn you into a disgusting killer. Is that what you're trying to insinuate here? That we should not be playing this game just because you can kill women in it, even though there are loads of games where you kill women. Yet you're not seemingly having a problem with them, are you? See, this is what a person who wants to censor art says. You should not be doing this. We cannot be doing this. We cannot say this. We should not be saying this. Yet he has the cheek to say that Steam didn't censor it, and that it's not censorship for removing a game from Steam just because loads of people said we don't want you to sell this game because it's horrible and it hurts our feelings, because it's politically incorrect and it might cause a controversy. Yeah, right.
It's not Grand Theft Auto. People compare it to that just want this sick shit on the market.
It's not an open world sandbox game, but it shares elements with it. Hence why people compare it to Grand Theft Auto. Oh, and Grand Theft Auto was censored in Australia by Target. Yeah, apparently that's not censorship to you, is it? Don't give me that crap. Don't try and tell me that just because this game is trashy to you, that every other game that has similar elements to this is not as bad. It's just because it's hatred, right?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto, you could go and you can kill a civilian running around the streets, but that's not the point of the game.
No, it's not the point of the game. But still, you can do it. Hatred's point of the game may be to kill civilians, but so what? In fact, there are certain modes in Grand Theft Auto where the point is to kill innocent people. The rampages, for example. When Trevor goes on his rampage, these people have mocked his Canadian accent, said something that he didn't like. These people didn't actually wrong him that much, so he has a bullshit reason to kill them, and other people like them. That's maybe a mini game again. Not really what Grand Theft Auto's about, but it has them in it. That's why people compare it. You cannot sit there and say that Grand Theft Auto is any different, because it's not. It's not. And I'm really, really sure that Rockstar would disagree with you on that.
Okay? The point of this game literally is just senseless mass murder. That is not the point of Grand Theft Auto, even though you are still a criminal in the game. Mortal Kombat, you kill people, but you're killing people in a fight to the death in some tournament somewhere where everybody's trying to kill each other, okay? It's not a couple of innocent people that are just being brutally murdered by you as the player while you sit there and just fucking... I have to imagine if you play the game, you're fantasizing about this shit.
You are a fucking idiot. So you assume that people who want to play Hatred are like Columbine massacres in the making. You know, they're fantasizing about this shit? What? So I'm fantasizing about being a criminal in Los Angeles by playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, when I play Call of Duty, I'm fantasizing about being a army bro with an M16. Right. See, this is the problem with people like you. You don't actually know the difference between fantasy and reality. You don't know the difference. It's ironic that you're attacking us for having supposed fantasies, you know, as if you can read our minds. This is the problem with you people. You all think you can read our minds. You all know exactly what we're going to say about these things, and you think you know everything and what is good for us. Well, you don't, alright? You don't know anything. And Mortal Kombat is still senseless violence. It's in a tournament, but it's senseless violence. You know, if Mortal Kombat was Tekken, in Tekken you don't kill them. In Mortal Kombat, that's still a bullshit reason to kill someone. You keep trying to say that Hatred doesn't have a reason to kill these civilians, but it does. It's a bullshit reason, but it's a reason nonetheless. It is a motive for the player, for the character to go out and kill them. Drama needs conflict, and that is the conflict. The conflict is his mental state of hating humanity and wanting to rid the world of it, for whatever reason. That is a reason to kill someone, whether it's bullshit or not.
But with that said, no, it's not censorship. We don't need to be supporting this in the gaming industry.
No, you don't want to support it. That doesn't mean the rest of us don't. You see, we should not be supporting this. Yeah, he's not really giving us a good reason, other than the fact that it's violent, you kill people in it, and to him, even though I personally think he knows why the character wants to kill them, because he's apparently seen enough of the promo stuff to know that apparently the game is just senseless. There's no reason to kill people when there is. You see, we should be doing this because apparently it's for the good of the gaming industry, when really it's to the benefit of the industry to have games like this, because it's variety. It shows that we hold freedom of expression and freedom of speech. And yes, it is censorship. It is fucking censorship, whether you like it or not. The dictionary, Wikipedia, the experts, they all agree with us. They don't agree with you.
Main reason is we don't need any extra heat on our necks, okay?
Who is we? You keep mentioning we as if the gaming community. You do not speak for us. You do not speak for all the gaming community. You speak for yourself. And when you said, oh, you should not be buying this, this ceases to be an opinion piece. This becomes you ordering the gaming community not to buy this game just because it may give us heat. Well, fuck the fucking social justice warriors. You are part of them. You may be trying to appease them by saying that this game is a piece of trash. But this is not the reason why you're making this video. You're making this video because you want people to not buy Hatred. You want Hatred off the market. This is what you want. You may think that this is protecting the gaming industry from Jack Thompsons and Anita Sarkeesians, but you're not. Because you are them. You are no better.
we should be very cautious in what we choose to support in the gaming community, okay? Because we got a lot of games that get a lot of scrutiny. And us supporting shit like this, if we make it a success, is only going to hurt us as gamers in the long run.
So instead we should support actual fucking scams like Journey of the Light, rather than actual games that have an actual product to sell. You know, legitimate games like Hatred compared to illegitimate frauds like Journey of the Light. Give me a fucking break, lad. That's what you don't want to do. Not what we should do. Stop ordering us to do this. We are consumers, we are responsible adults, and we can choose to spend our money as we see fit. I support this game's right to exist and to be sold. You don't. Because, see, unlike you, I agree with freedom of expression. You don't. You are, I believe in free speech, but kind of person. You know, different to someone who says, I'm not a racist, but. And no, I am not accusing you of racism. Because, you know, you probably think, what, are you calling me a racist? No, I'm comparing you to someone who says, I'm not a racist, but. You are akin to them with free speech as they are to you with race. Because I have to explain it to people like you. Because you will quote me out of context, or you might not understand.
We should not support this. We should not encourage developers to make this type of garbage.
Roughly translated as, we should deny these developers their freedom of expression because it hurts our fucking feelings. That's what you're actually saying, isn't it?
It's just not good, because it's going to come under scrutiny. I really do. You know, and I've never said this for Grand Theft Auto or anything, but I hope people that buy that game are red flagged, okay? They should seriously be weary of purchasing the game.
Oh, don't give me that crap, you patronising fool. These are adults who are buying this game, and occasionally kids who lie about their age, but they know what's in this game. They don't need a trigger warning. They know exactly what's in the game from the trailers. They know exactly when the game, because they've seen it in the media, and if they think that's a game right up their alley, it's a game up their alley, and they're going to buy it nonetheless. No matter how much moral crusading you try to do, people are going to buy the game.
And, yeah, I would almost have to guarantee, I'm not going to say this shit causes school shootings, okay? But I will absolutely guarantee if anybody is thinking about shooting up a school, they're going to play this piece of shit.
Just said that. You are implying that the people who fantasize about this shit are playing this game. You are saying that they are going to make a shooting about this, or they're going to use it as an excuse that, you know what, we shot these people because of hatred. You're an idiot. First you assume that all the people who are playing this game are fantasizing about it. Well, they're not. You don't know that. You cannot guarantee that. You cannot guarantee what is going on in people's heads. Stop trying to accuse people of thought crime, you goddamn fascist.
Okay, so with that being said, another reason it bugs me, you know, I am a gamer, but I'm also a firearms owner, okay? I have several guns, okay? I'll do the safety check on here. Empty magazine, nothing in the chamber, okay? So, I get scrutiny on both ends, okay? As a firearms enthusiast, okay, I guess you could say I'm not gun crazy, but, you know, I believe in the right to protect yourself and the Second Amendment, and I don't want it impeded upon. I don't want it having any kind of red flag thrown at it by any politician, because games like this are released and gamers play them, and gamers buy guns and they try and mix, you know, X to Y. And
you are literally the left-wing version of that right-winger guy who was also a gun nut. Although you're not a gun nut, you just like guns. You're in the Second Amendment, whatever. So what? You're all similar in a sense. That, you know, the games, for him, the games are a good thing. They could shed light on what it's like to own a gun, but to you, it causes more trouble. You see, now I know the true intention. It's really not about the safety of gamers. And here you go. You're trying to say that this game is going to promote violence. It's going to make someone go and kill someone. Well, there's no evidence that games like this do that. We've had everything throughout the whole of history. We've had media being accused for killings and maimings and all sorts. Yet no one has ever provided tangible proof that has ever happened. You are a fucking gamer, apparently. I can see it in the video. You have all this memorabilia. Yet, apparently, you believe this bullshit theory, this hypodermic needle theory that has been defunct for the last 40 years, that this game is going to make someone kill a load of people to copycat it. Well, I'm sorry, but it hasn't. Because, if I remember correctly, there's no fucking evidence, like I just said. Now, please, take your bullshit elsewhere.
Draw their own conclusions about shit that they have no personal idea of. They just gotta blame something, okay? And this game is a damn good thing to blame.
And that's what you're doing. You've just done that. You are blaming this game for that. You've blamed people for doing that. You are accusing people of thought crime for playing this game. You are accusing us of having fantasies of killing people. I don't have fantasies of killing loads of people in a Columbine-like fashion. I don't. But you don't know that. But you're willing to accuse me of those thoughts.
So I don't believe that anybody should support it. So please do not buy this game. Support the right to make it. And you should support people's rights not to host it on their service or their platform. And that is not censorship. It is not censorship.
Yes, it is. Yes, it fucking is. It is fucking censorship, whether you like it or not. It's one thing to support the right to make this game, but you also have to support the right to sell it as well. Sure, Steam and loads of other, physical shops who, sell games, they have the right to do that. They absolutely do. I support that. But that doesn't change the fact that it's censorship. It is censorship. Okay? You cannot be for the creation of this game, whether you like it or not, but then go ahead and say, well, I don't want it to be sold to adults. I don't want it to be sold to a public that can make their own decisions on it. I'd rather mollycoddle the public. I'd rather mollycoddle these adults, because they can't really think for themselves. They're probably fantasizing about killing people. So I've got to save them. I've got to protect them. I've got to give them trigger warnings. Fuck you.
I'll say it again. It is not censorship to choose not to put that shit on there. Okay? They make porno, okay? But porno doesn't hit HBO. They don't have hardcore sex scenes on there where it's showing everything. It's not censorship because HBO chooses not to show it.
And you have to pick the worst possible example for your argument that it's not censorship. It is censorship whether you like it or not. You cannot show an erect penis on terrestrial television. Hell, you can't even show it in Hollywood. You can't show it in any film. It's censored. Just like you can't swear after a certain time when all the kids are supposed to be asleep, and you can't show tits on TV after a certain time. You can show a flaccid penis, but you cannot show an erect penis. Porn is censored on terrestrial networks, which is why you have to subscribe to porn channels, specific porn channels that cater to your porn needs, or you just go on Pornhub. It's still censored. This is why even in softcore porn scenes, or just softcore sex scenes from films, have to be age-gated on Facebook. That is censorship. You just haven't a clue, have you?
It's censorship when the government steps in and makes them change it.
No, it fucking isn't. You just don't understand it, do you? You absolutely have no clue what censorship actually is. It does not have to be the government that forces people to change things in order for it to be censorship. Like I just said when I quoted Wikipedia, it can be anyone, it can be individuals, it can be groups of individuals, it can be organisations. God, you must be willfully ignorant of this shit, or you are being disingenuous. But you've been disingenuous throughout, so I'd say it's all a bit of both.
Okay, that is not what's happening with this game. But this game could definitely bring that level of scrutiny to video games.
They had it before, and they will have it afterwards. And they will have it during. Indeed, they did have it during Hatred's run, when it was notorious. But when the game actually hit, people realised it's not that fucking bad, and that you were all just overreacting. Face it, media and art will always be scrutinised over this shit. It's human nature to do so. It has been testified throughout history. From like the start of when we started making art, people were scrutinising it over these things. The Greeks had it, the Romans had it, the ancient Egyptians had it, we've had it, the Victorians had it. Everyone has had it in human history when their art is being subjected to bullshit artists like you.
And like I said, we as gamers are going to be responsible if this game is a success. Okay? So don't let it be a success. You should not buy this shit. You shouldn't tell anybody to buy it.
Because I don't like it. That's why it hurts my feelings, all the other social justice warriors' feelings I am trying to appease so that we don't get flack. Grow a thick skin, grow a pair, and buy this game, people, if you want to see the gaming industry survive this toxic social justice warrior bullshit that it has to deal with recently. It's not just Jack Thompson that we have to be afraid about. It's not about this imaginary thing that could possibly happen, but there's never been any evidence that it ever happened for us to buy this game. This man is trying to control you. He's trying to control the way you think and feel and what to do with your money. Well, I'm telling you to go off and do whatever the fuck you want with it, because I'm going to assume you're an adult who is of the age to buy this game. Just go ahead, buy it, don't buy it, whatever, but don't listen to him, because he's a moralising douchebag who doesn't know what he's talking about, who's being disingenuous, and as I said before, he's trying to appease certain sections of his audience.
Bad news for us as a whole in the gaming industry.
This man doesn't speak for us. He doesn't speak for any of you. I don't speak for you guys. I only speak for myself. I'm just trying to tell you what this guy's motive is, and that you are individuals. You can all think for yourselves, and you can all buy for yourselves. It's better to, my opinion is, it's better to help the industry by buying this game and putting the middle finger up to moral crusaders who will want to control the way we think and feel and what we do with our money, because they want our money, not these people who are making games like Hatred. You know, these people who actually are trying to stand up for our freedom of expression and our freedom of speech. Please, you know, just, who's the one who's talking more sense here? Me or him? Anyway, you've heard my opinion and you've heard his. I've been Charman93. Like and share the video, drop a comment, subscribe to my channel to be that 100th person so you get to see the live stream of a lifetime. Until next time, see you later.